All right, the topic of this next screencast is having a vertical navigation to your site. And so we're going to take you through the steps to do that. If you watch the horizontal navigation, some of the windows that we're working in will look similar to you because they involve some similar steps. If you did not, like I said, no worries. I'll take you through step by step to see how you do that. So we're not in any kind of editing mode or anything. I'm just sitting tight here at my home page. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go down to Edit Site Layout. And we need to select the sidebar to have the sidebar enabled. And that will allow this part of the site to be added to. You can see we're still in editing mode, so this was where we were when you did a custom header if you chose to do that. So your sidebar here, you have a pencil for editing. You also have, well, I'd like to add some things to the sidebar. So we're going to hit add. To have your navigation be present, you would have to hit add your navigation, and that will pop this up to you. Now, for those of you that watch the horizontal navigation, just to get an idea of what that was and what that involved, I said that in order for a page to be organized, you have to create the page first. So you have to have a sense of what you want your users of your site to be able to do in this area of your site. So having an idea of what types of things you want them to have access to ahead of time is great. So I'm going to cancel out of this for just a minute and close out of this for a second and say that if you were, getting ready to create a page, we're going to add a page to this and we're going to name it Fun Stuff. Okay, and I would like it to be a web page. I would like it to be at the top level, and I'm going to hit create. Okay, so my site will generate that for me, and then I'm going to hit save so that I will be in Fun Stuff. I'm in the Fun Stuff page. So I'm going to go back to where we were just a few moments ago, Edit Site Layout, and I do have my sidebar enabled here. Okay, so what you would do to have navigation on the side would be to open up the sidebar by hitting the plus sign and then hitting the word navigation. Now I already did, so there's already one here, and then you would have that be enabled and you would see it. So we're going to close out of that. You can see that the navigation is there already. So that light blue is showing up, and so that tells me that I'm in editing mode, right? I could say, gee, I'm not where I need to be as far as my home page, and I could go back to navigating back to my home page and add my navigation to that. Okay, either or. This is building navigation not in the home page, but building it in the Fun Stuff page. And so you can choose where you want your navigation to be. So for our purposes, I'm going to show you here on this page. So I'm going to bust that out so that you can see a similar page if you were with me for the horizontal navigation. This side window popping up looks familiar to you. And so we have to, I'm not sure where all our pages are. We have to add them. Okay, so I would go to my recent changes and I would add whatever I want to show back up here. Okay, let's say I want book club, I want resource book, I guess you have to do it one at a time. So book club, I want resources, and I want lesson plans. Okay, so these are all going to be on the top level. If you have them all at the same distance from the edge of this box, it just basically means that they are primary things that someone would select. If you want to create a change in how they appear, then the arrows become intuitive. You can move things around. Now, the indenting creates a sub page. So the lesson plans page now becomes a sub page of fun stuff, and it will be listed underneath. So you can see that fun stuff is the main part, lesson plans is the sub page. So you decide exactly how you want that to happen and then hit OK. So once all of that is said and done and you hit close, your navigation would appear over in on the left-hand side of your page. You really wouldn't have a lot of room to do a ton of things. And could you do a horizontal and have some things available that way and a sidebar and have things available this way? I suppose you could. You have the ability to select your pages and that kind of thing, and where you want things. So I think that some things could be available on the side, some things could be available in other places, so along the horizontal navigation. So it would be possible to do something like that. So that's how you create your your vertical navigation. Now, if you were to go down to edit site layout, nope, I'm sorry, not edit site layout. I don't want to do that. I want to hit close. I mean manage site. And you go to themes, colors, and fonts, then your sidebar gadgets would come into play, and then you could change your background to another color. If I wanted it to be a deep red, I could do that. The title background, if I wanted that to be a picture, if I wanted it to just stick with the theme, the text, what color do I want the text to be? I would want it to be, maybe a black color. That's the title here where it says navigation, and you would fix that by pressing on the pencil. When the pencil and the plus appeared in the upper right corner here, if you were to hit the pencil, that allows you to edit the titles of the boxes. Your link colors, what color do you want your link to be? You could pop open and say, well, I want my links to be this color, and so then you see them change. So just like anything else, you would have an opportunity to mess around with these different boxes to see what these do. So I do believe somewhere in here you have the ability to show so many levels of pages as well. So for instance, if you only had it to the second level, you would see fun stuff and lesson plans, but you might not see anything else that might be a subpage of lesson plans. So somewhere in here is the ability to see more if you had lots of different subpages and that kind of thing. So I'm thinking if you dig around or if you Google it, you should be able to find something that allows you to do that. And once you make those changes, you want to hit save. Okay, so our changes have been saved, and we're going back out to our home page, and you can see even though we built it in the fun stuff, the navigation appears in our home page as well. So we have that. Okay, all right, so that is your vertical navigation.